good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of our Scion First Edition Chronicle. I'm the Red Sarkon. I'll be your storyteller this evening. Last we left off with our band of heroes. We opened up with them arriving at an empty cabin where they set about trying to figure out what to do for the evening, divvy out supplies, and gather up some snow to boil up for fresh water. Through the night, however, they did end up having to fight off some more of the harpies that made them have targeted dreams about some evening in a cave in Greece, using the same themes that they've been dealing with before, which is the kind of olive orchard, the Mediterranean Ocean, and they got to see the evening that this coven of believers were ousted by Hera, were cursed by her. After surviving the encounter with the harpies, Diego called on the powers of his mother and was taken back to his first vision, to his first visitation, where he got to see why he joined the war. Got to see how caring she is of him. And while showing him the fate of the world, since the white man had come to his homeland, his memory was pulled back to the cave where he saw the 9 couples being told that they didn't have to be sacrificed, that they could just let the Minotaur die, and what that could have meant as he came back after having sacrificed his own blood. But to help get him into the car, since he suffered so much, Caitlin did call up her Fenrir pup, who is Smokey, I believe is his name, who is a kind of husky of a wolfhound, very temperamental, spoiled brat of a dog. But they ended up driving back to Denver, where Caitlin and Diego were admitted to the hospital. And after Nico let Ajax know that they had taken Summerfield and Rutherford, he hit another bit of the bong out of respect for his compatriot, and we left off with Nico asking him to get in contact with her mother for an audience, and we're gonna pick up towards the end of the week. Ajax has not come back yet. It's about 3 days after. On the 4th day is when he finally comes back. He's got a Hawaiian lei around his neck. He's drinking out of a coconut. And he pulls off some sunglasses and just kind of finger guns Nico. I got you your meeting with your moms.
Cool.
And you hear a knock
Where
at the
was
door.
she? Hawaii?
No, I needed some time off after dealing with her, because her persona right now is very uppity, and I can only take so much of that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But you hear the knock on the door.
Wow, really? And she'll go over to the door.
Yeah, that's not her, just so you're aware. And he goes over, he's like, "Where's my bong?"
Over there.
But you'll see that there's 2 female officers, standing there. It's Sanders.
Yeah.
Come with us, please. Senator Dawson wants to meet with you.
Who?
And out of the closet, Ajax will pick his head out. That's your mom. That's her persona this time around.
Okay.
Try to act respectful where you're going.
She's probably like in a t-shirt and then ripped up jeans, and she grabs her jacket.
Yep. But they do take you to the Capitol building, the state Capitol building in the middle of downtown Denver. And when you get there, you see that they use their ID to kind of hand wave you through different checkpoints until you get out to a veranda where you'll see this lithe figure in this power suit, very clean, very well cut lines. The silhouette screams power. It is everything that Lauren Boebert and Marjorie Taylor Greene want to be, but she actually exudes this strength. And one of the police officers will motion and nod, and she'll just kind of call you in.
She'll go.
I believe the last
What was
time
the
we
name
talked,
you used?
Senator Cynthia Dawson.
Cynthia.
She motions and she's like, I believe the last time we met, you had a penchant for coffee.
Always.
And she motions, and you see another young girl come over and just put this big old carafe you can smell the espresso out of. There's 2 mugs that she puts in front of each of you, and then she puts out this plate with the sugar cubes, a plate with the little creamers, and then she just nods and exits. I have finger food if you'd like.
I'm
Small
good.
sandwiches.
Thanks, Senator.
Good. I'm trying to do some good in the world. So, Ajax. Ajax told me
be a
that
politician? Okay. Anyway,
it's one of the few places that I can be within earshot of you. As much as I adore my interactions with Ajax, I'd rather you have a direct line.
Disappeared.
And when she says that, she does hand you 2 business cards. She goes, one is for me, the other's for my assistant. I've assigned a specific attache to you and your group. Her name is Veronica Luna. She's a very nice Hispanic woman.
All right. Didn't know you were in town.
I always want to keep an eye on my favorite children.
So you know what's going on then?
I have an idea. Ajax is difficult to extrapolate information out of. He is verbose without being an erudite. He speaks to speak. He doesn't give information freely.
Noticed.
But he did say that you were dealing with harpies.
Yeah. We just keep being fed breadcrumbs, and I feel like we don't really know what is going on and what we're supposed to be doing. We are already down a man. That's not great.
Like dead? Or
I don't know. They took him along with Summerfield.
Summerfield is resourceful. He is not human, so he doesn't have the same worries. But that's not to say that the creatures of our mythologies are impervious to destruction.
Yeah, these guys are tough. And the rest of my crew is, squishy. So
I had heard that you had a scion of Heimdall, however.
She's a good shot.
From what I understand, they're warriors, true and true.
She's a cop. You know I don't like cops. So you sent 2 after me? Really?
Yeah. It is the perk of the job that I can just choose my own cadre of bodyguards. So I've chosen the best the female police force has to offer in Denver.
Yeah, she's actually pretty cool. Caitlin is, but yeah, we're all kind of squishy for this. It's been a lot of up close instead of far away.
Mm.
I mean, when it's far away, we're good.
I would assume. The harpies are an issue, and from what I
there was some doubt.
understand,
There was some doubt that whether we were supposed to be going after them or not, but I guess we are.
they're a hurdle that needs to be overcome at some point. Hera believes that they are better handled now than later.
Well, we got 9 of them.
Good.
Do you know how many there were?
That escaped?
Yeah.
16?
Okay. So 7 more?
Assuming they haven't created others.
Oh, fun.
But those would be significantly weaker. They would be new, untested.
Mm. Would they have sacrificed them?
For what purpose?
I don't know. But there's been a lot of sacrifices. We found a few of them like buried, and they were, it looked like they had killed them.
Sacrificing is not our way. At least not each other.
Well, there's been a lot of sacrificing going on.
Some used to sacrifice prize bulls before voyages to appease Poseidon. Others have sacrificed their first kill in order to thank me for the hunt. Sacrifices of that magnitude, however, killing their own for some purpose, is not something that we have seen. Not since before the break-in.
Everything we've run into, they're doing sacrifices. They're pulling out body organs and killing people, not animals.
That may be why the Aslanti have given a scion of their pantheon to you. There might be some intermingling with the other pantheon.
But what's that got to do with Minotaur?
Only the scion of Loki knows. And believe me, he is a crude and very calculating individual.
Yeah, I was thinking he was probably the brains.
Most assuredly.
Since the other one's probably the brawn, being from Apollo.
Ares?
Or Ares, yeah. From Ares.
Yes.
Not Apollo, that's her dad. Anyway, from Ares. Yes. Speaking of which, and she pulls out the knife.
Oh. A treasure. A trophy already.
Yeah, that was actually on our first little thing. It was being held by a skeleton.
Interesting.
And they dropped it, and the skeleton had a poem in his head.
In his head.
Well, when we killed it, it was inside the skull or on the skull.
This is stranger and stranger.
I know. They keep looking at me like I know because it's our pantheon. I'm like, I have no clue.
The undead are never represented as skeletons in the stories. They're always spirits or representations of who they were. Skeletons are something else. You want to keep
Okay.
that?
Well, I mean, I so that's actually a relic, right?
Mm-hmm. It is.
Is there anything I can do with it? Because it's from Ares, right?
I can unbind the gifts that he has attached to it.
Okay.
And I can rebind something more useful to you, if you like.
Oh, that'd be cool.
She motions, and the young girl comes back over with this big, like, almost 1.5 foot tall hourglass. And she breaks it open, and she pours the sand into the handle. And this is an amount of sand that is way more than what the handle should be able to hold, by magnitudes of like 6 or 7. But she empties the whole hourglass into it and then caps the dagger, and it takes a moment, and you feel that there's this wave of power that crashes out from it. It even knocks back a couple steps the young girl, uh, and
She'll reach up to make sure she doesn't fall.
yeah, and she smiles at you, and then you'll feel all of it kind of swirl back into the dagger, and she removes her hands from it. All right. So it is a basic knife now, but should you prove that it was an investment well made, I can speak to Hephaestus now that it is tied to me, and I can give you a marker in case you think you have earned some access to a different purview. But for now, if you pour some of the sand out, you can summon 2 Amazons.
Nice. Just once? Or
Well, every time that you pour out the sand, you'll summon 2. Just be aware that if you don't find any Mediterranean sand, you will run out.
good to know. Thank you.
Of course. And before you leave, she excuses the girl and she steps away. And she starts to ask you about your actual life, like actual interested parent questions, what you're doing, who you're seeing, things like that.
Okay.
And just eating up time, basically. And you can see that people are like coming and going, asking her if she's still busy, which she says yes. She is with, she refers to you as her godchild.
Okay.
Now, a lot of people just take it at face value and disappear. And as you're talking to her, we'll shift over to the hospital, where we'll see an orderly come in to Caitlin's room with a wheelchair, and he smiles and looks over you. Oh, wow, you're looking good. You're looking good. You want the wheelchair, or you want to try walking down to X-ray?
Let's do the chair for now,
All
breathing
right.
short. So,
Yeah.
yeah, sorry.
Okay. No way. You need help getting out of the bed, or can you handle that on your own?
Let me try and get out of bed. If I fall and break my ass, well, it's a good thing I'm here.
All right, well, I'll hold out my arm just in case.
And she will try to get out of bed.
Yeah. And there's a little wobble, but he's there, and excuse me, he helps you, but doesn't like hover over you. He lets you kind of walk over to the chair yourself. He puts you in, grabs a little blanket. He's like, you want one of these, or you think you're gonna be all right?
She just kind of laughs for a moment. And she's like, "Yeah, just sure. Can you add a cane to it and a gray wig, and I'll just pretend to be someone's grandma."
Oh,
She's saying this jokingly because sarcasm, and it makes her feel better.
yeah. He looks around. And he's like, I can get you a cane, but I'm all out of wigs. But here, he
So close.
excuse me, he grabs his phone and he hits some buttons and then puts it in his pocket, his breast pocket, and you hear a brick house come on. And he's like, "Look, I'll do a '70s channel just for you. That will make you feel old."
Sure. I'm gonna die laughing. It's better play. You know what? That's probably the best way to go.
Yep. Your brother is across the hall. I checked in on him before I came in to get you. It looks like he's doing
Okay.
all right.
Cool. How's he feeling?
Yeah, look, he was asleep when I got to him. But I know I saw on the docket that a hospital social worker is set to meet up with him. So,
Oh, cool. All right.
all right. And by the time you get down to the X-ray, you've heard a bunch of different '70s songs.
She's called them pretty much all out.
Yeah. And one of the last ones that comes on as he's wheeling you into the waiting bay for the X-ray machine, the X-ray room, is Al Green. A little Al Green number.
You can't have a 70s challenge without Al Green.
But he locks you in place, and then he's like, all right, they're gonna give me a call when you're done with the X-rays, but don't go nowhere.
You know what? I was just gonna try and get out of this thing and sneak up on you after we're done. I mean, why not?
I believe you.
Thanks.
And he walks away, and after a moment, you'll see techs coming and going, and you'll see a different orderly come down, and there is a older gentleman, scraggly. He is brought down on a bed, and he is actually handcuffed to it.
She'll try and gently move out of the way so that she's
Oh no,
not in
there's plenty of space in the bay. Like
Oh, okay.
it's 4 different bays, and they're putting him in the bay next to you. But you'll see that there's actually a gentleman in the black and white, kind of traditional federal agent uniform, and you'll even see the what's it called, the little card, his little badge pinned to his pocket. But the orderly just kind of says the same thing. He's out of it now, sir, but if he wakes up, just let us know. We'll handle it. He should be in and out soon. It doesn't look like there's anybody else here except for the young lady. He's like, yeah, no, I appreciate that. Thank you. The orderly walks off, and he closes the curtain to his bay. And after a moment, you actually see him come around into your bay, and he closes the curtain.
Sorry, I I'm not interrupting anything, am I? I'm not asking questions.
Forget that you are not privy to the personas we take,
Huh?
and his voice booms and everything outside the hospital kind of stops.
Oh God.
You have been visited. Rejoice. And then he kind of gets down low back into his like original shape, and he's just like, yeah, that's spiffy, right? The suit, the badge.
Do you have aspirin in any of those things? Because ow.
No,
Oh.
my daughter is not a weakling.
Oh no, I just got shot, stabbed, and made into a marshmallow by Spartans.
And you have survived.
Yeah, painfully.
Mm. And he reaches into
Are
his
we
pocket and he pulls out a business card. And it just has Federal Bureau of Investigation, and it says Special Agent Henry Riggs.
Riggs?
Mm. I thought it amusing.
I mean, why don't we just dig into every cop movie and just give you a name?
Oh, this is the name I go by.
Now?
No. I have been called a Rig before.
Okay, well, can I at least get a hug? Or are we not hugging anymore?
Sure. And he does
Thanks.
pick you up out of the chair.
Oh, well, I said hug, not twirl me
Yeah.
around. We're good.
Yeah. And it does feel too much of a bear hug for you right now.
Mortal! Still mortal!
You are growing.
I have cracked ribs, Dad, and we don't want them going into the lung. I need to breathe.
All right. And
Thank you.
puts you
I
down.
appreciate that hug.
And you can definitely hear the shift in his voice when he's Heimdall and when he's Riggs, because it's much more booming, it's much more bombastic. But he puts you back down in the chair. All right, so
All right, hi.
I have good news and bad news. Which one do you want first?
Let's start with the bad news first so we can finish off with good news.
All right. The bad news is the son of Loki has killed one of my children.
You mean one of my siblings?
Correct.
Can we just make the family even... Can we go even more ballistic now?
Wow. It was one of my sons that I had following up, trying to find out where they are spacing themselves out of. He was a fantastic hacker that had a lot of promise. He had just been invited to join that group Anonymous. So I had high hopes for him.
Well, okay. I take it you're on a revenge spree now.
I'm tempered right now. Mostly because one of the last texts I got from him, and he pulls out his phone and shows you, I feel is going to be something that you can solve.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
And his last text reads, "There is a third now." That's it.
There's a third scion that's joined their group.
That's what I assume. That is the easiest leap to make.
Oh, fuck me raw, the hamburger. Not literally.
That would hurt.
It's a saying, Dad. Just go with it right now.
All right.
Kate actually gives him a report of the harpies.
Yeah.
Of not just the harpies and fighting them, but also that dreamlike place that they were in, and explains all of that to him that she went through.
The
She even tells
Titan
him,
Nemesis is known to be a master of mortals' dreams.
yeah, that wasn't fun.
I can assume it wasn't.
How do we protect ourselves from this?
Until you become more powerful than them, there is no protection. You
Okay.
and your band are currently a step above mortals.
Right.
If they're
Well,
stronger than you, they will overcome you without any hesitation or resistance.
understood. What do we do? Is there something we can utilize to kind of match pace with them? Not power wise, but I don't know, object wise. She goes into explaining about the skull, the basilisk tooth, and how they were able to handle certain things with items. As well as she goes into how they were attacking, how they were formatting things, and they knew how to hit us.
I don't believe. Well, no, actually. You're a police officer.
Yeah.
If the
Child.
right information found its way into your email, would it be probable
Mhm.
cause enough for you to open an investigation?
If the right emails hit me, yes. You know, why are you asking me this? You know probable cause better than anyone.
I want you to say it out loud, though. Because if the files, I'm also not supposed to be here. But if the
I'm
files
aware.
found themselves in your possession, could the murder of my son be a case that you can open
Was he
so you
murdered
can,
here in Denver?
outside of Denver,
Define outside.
Littleton?
It's within the Denver jurisdiction because we do patrol out there. If he can be connected to me in one way or another, as in, not saying family per se, but that contact or something that I can be pulled into it, yeah. Because I have to be assigned the case.
I think you'll find that the Bureau has a way of enticing your superiors to, what's the parlance you use? Play ball?
Dad, you're the FBI. You can make any jurisdiction play ball. Specifically, if you have enough of a, I wouldn't say just probable cause, but you have enough shoeing the game in it.
He opens up an app on his phone and he hands it to you. Write yourself the email.
Dear self?
So make it like it's coming from me. It's my email.
Ah, right. Because I can totally go into your head and pretend I'm you.
Just make
Really
it look
notion.
like it's going to be something your superiors will want to put you on.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. She'll write out an email. Go to Goblin Tools, professionalize it even more, and then slap it in. And then she's gonna show it to him and say, "Would you sign your name to that?"
Oh, yeah, and he does.
Okay, send me
And
the
you'll
email.
hear the rattling of the handcuffs from the other bay. He's like, excuse me. And he just goes around the curtain, and you hear an actual like fist connect with something fleshy, and he comes back around. Sorry, had to take care of
Do I want to know?
no
Okay, I won't ask.
sedation.
I'm aware of that. I wanted to know if I need to know about the guy who's actually there being sedated.
No, no, he's just a scumbag.
Okay, valid.
So
Do you know what's going on with everyone else?
no, you are my eyes and ears now in Denver.
Are you fucking kidding me? There's no other sibling here?
Not here. Closest one I can get is in Portland, and I'd rather
Who
not
the
pull
fuck lives in
him.
Portland?
I'd rather not pull him from his current uh, assignment because it deals with Scylla and Charybdis.
Okay. What does he do? And if he can turn around and give at least a hand, I'll help him with whatever he's doing.
He's Coast Guard.
Well, he faces ashore at some point.
You grew up in a landlocked state. No offense, but there's nothing you can do to help my Coast Guard son.
Grew up in Chicago.
The lake.
That is
not the same thing.
Close enough, it's water.
You deal with the Minotaur, and maybe I'll send you out to port.
I'm just asking if he can scratch my back a little bit, I'll scratch his. I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to take over shit. Maybe he has a clue or something at some point.
The only clue that I can think of is that the monster that he is facing off against and the monster you are facing off against are both Greek.
What is with the fucking Greeks? Can't they keep their shit together? Wait a minute. If they're dealing with a Greek monster, is it the same kind? Like some scion of the Greek mixing in with Loki's kids?
I don't think so. They don't know who released Scylla or Charybdis. They just know they have to deal with it.
Just like we're dealing with the Minotaur, and it seems like there's distractions, and we're not seeing the bigger picture of what's really going on. So pan back, Dad. This is a Monet. We're two dots in a big... You know who Monet is, Dad, right?
Sounds
the
French.
Impressionistic... Oh, fuck off. Takes his phone, pulls up a Monet and says, when you see it real close, and she'll shove the phone in his face. You really can't see the picture. But when you pull it back, you start to see the picture, right, Dad?
It's not bad.
So when it's up close in your face dealing with one problem, and you're not seeing, and you're brushing off the other problem because they're both Greek, it seems like there's a connection there. It's patterns, Dad.
All right.
She hands him back the phone.
Some validity to that. I'll start asking if there's any other Greek monsters that are being let loose.
Because if we've got a Minotaur here and Zeus's Thunderbolt is missing, and you've got two Greek monsters up in Portland going around, going a little cat wild, who's attacking the Greeks, and why are they trying to strip them and distract them, and then having us help them as well? It's a pattern.
Not bad, officer.
Thanks, Dad. It kind of little smart. I think you taught me that one.
I'll take credit for that.
And then he kills one of my siblings, getting you pissed off, focusing here to get retribution. You're not now turning around and seeing other people and other things that are going on. Distracting you as well. So you're not going after anything else.
Let me know what you find with him amongst his things. I think that I might have left something with him that might now become more useful to you and your band.
Okay. Hey, Dad.
No. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. It's the war. There are casualties.
Yeah, doesn't. And you're still a father. You still lost a kid. I might not have known him, but I'm sorry.
It's fine. There are others.
No. He was special. That's why you're upset. Don't lie to me.
Don't profile me. And he
Too late.
Pulls the curtain.
I want a hug before you leave, asshole. You are one.
And he bends down very gently and just kind of wraps his arms around the whole chair.
She'll give him a hug back and give him a kiss and say, I
Enjoy
love you,
that.
Dad. I will.
And he goes into the next bay. They take you into your x-rays, and as you're being photographed, we shift over to Diego as you are waking up from just a nap. You know, hospital time is so weird. They'll wake you up at 3 in the morning just to take blood, and then you've got to figure out how to get back to sleep. But you hear a knock at the door, and you see this young girl, maybe about late 20s, black hair, a little bit of a tan, kind of Japanese or Chinese flavoring to her features. But she comes over. Diego, right? Diego Aguilar?
Yeah, wasn't expecting any visitors. Hello.
No. My name is Luz Himitsu. I am one of the social workers here in the hospital, and she hands you a business card.
Thank you.
Yeah. I heard that you were saved by a police officer after being attacked by a mountain lion or a cougar.
Yeah, the wilds. Crazy.
Oh, it's good that you're still with us. Could I close the door? Give us some privacy.
Sure.
And the moment she closes the door, she turns around and she is in her full persona. What does your mother look like when her mortal shell has washed away?
I think like dirt caked in skin, matted hair, kind of like kind of like a feather collar, and like kind of like a poncho over her shoulders.
And she comes
Blanket.
over and she just kind of puts her hand on your face and on your chest. Are you well, mijo?
Yes, mother. I'm fine.
I was worried about you.
I just spill it into the earth to draw more from it.
I received your sacrifice and it has been delicious. Thank you. And she puts her hand on your head and she just kind of slides it back. It's very warm and the gesture is very caring.
Thank you, mother.
She pulls a chair and sits down next to you. She puts her hand in yours. Tell me about the creatures you faced.
There was minotaurs of the Greeks, men that had an item that imbued them with the power of the beast. We removed the item, but the man was soon removed when he was less powerful. So no information to gain there, no secret left. And then there were harpies out in the wild that attacked us. And the people I've been paired with to look into these things, but it mostly seems to be tied into this tangle between the Aesir and the Greeks. Aesir thieves of thunderbolts and cursed creatures by the Greeks.
I saw some of what you saw in your sacrifice.
I think this Trium may be the same initial woman cursed by Hera, but I'm not sure.
It might be. There have been some secrets that have made their way to me from other children that have been dealing with something similar. I tell you this because I trust you, Diego. Because your group has been tested and will continue to be tested.
We need what we can get, figure things out.
The scions that have released the Minotaur are dangerous. Not just because they have released the Minotaur, because they are releasing Titans. They're releasing Titan spawn in particular. Creatures that could have been monstrosities if allowed to continue garnering a legend. This is what I believe to be their goal. The scion of the Aesir wishes to push this Titan spawn into full-fledged Titans. Something of that caliber would unsettle the karmic balance of the universe.
We cannot let it. The cycles must continue as they always have.
The
The
balance
sun on
of
its
power,
axis and the moon.
the balance of power exists for a reason.
It does.
The strong
How
become weak, the weak become strong. It cycles.
how can I and the people I'm paired with rejail them?
If it is possible to imprison them again, the Greek will know how. If it is not possible to imprison them again, they must be destroyed. Their legend would live on. Another of their kind would be created when the scales balance.
Well, we'll see what she knows.
There is a child of Tlaloc. He has become too twisted and enamored with their plan. I fear that he might have been swayed by them, turned to their cause. But there is another, and I dare not say it out loud in case it has not come to pass, Diego. But look to my name. And she kind of taps her business card. And when you look down at it and you look back up, you see that she's taken her persona again.
Mm-hmm.
It's real
Thank you
nice
for
to
the
meet
visit.
you.
Nice to meet you too. It's been a good session.
Yeah, Diego, if you need anything, make sure that you call me. You know, phone number's right there. If I'm not in the office, you can leave a message.
Will do. Thank you for the help.
Get some
Should be
rest.
recovering soon.
Yeah, I'm sorry I woke you up.
Not a problem.
But you will see that there's paperwork that's been filled out in front of you. There's like a packet. And it does say that the hospital is covering all of your expenses.
I guess I don't need the American healthcare system.
There's actually an extra paper there too where the police department is offering you a commendation. Apparently, you did something heroic.
We don't do it for the glory, but we take it all the same.
But by the end of the week in your hospital stay, you are excited to be let loose. You have been in the same four walls for the past 8 days. And although you've had interactions with different nurses between the day shift and the night shift, I think both of you are ready to leave by the time that you get your papers. And that Wednesday morning, you are released. The orderly comes up, the same orderly that took you to the x-rays. Caitlin comes up, asks you the same question. You want to walk down to the front doors, or you want to test yourself on the want to go for a ride on the wheelchair?
Give me your arm.
All right. And he folds up the wheelchair. And as he leads you out into the hallway, you will see that there's another orderly that has Diego in a wheelchair.
She'll watch.
But he was in the room across the hall. So yeah. I figured the two of you would want to go out together since you're brother and sister.
Oh yeah. No. She kind of lets Diego have his moment. He's like actually getting out, and she'll go to the orderly that she's with. She'll go, "How fast can you fast walk?"
Listen, don't tell me with a good time. And
I mean, we gotta catch up with that dude.
All right. Okay. I got just the song for this, and he hits a couple of buttons. And you hear Kenny Loggins' Danger Zone come on, and he just starts to
My man, there you go.
power walk with you.
She'll even try and do a little fancy sidestep too in the power walk.
Okay. But by the time that you come out of the elevator, both of you, you and Diego and his orderly and your orderly are in the elevator at the same time. But by the time that it gets down to the first floor and he's leading you out to the main entrance, you hear the theme to Airwolf. He's just fucking
Of course.
power walking through it.
You would power walk to Airwolf.
Fuck yeah.
Do we have a car waiting for us, or am I getting a car? Am I getting an Uber?
I mean, you have Kaz that you can call. You have Nico that you can call. You can call one of the other officers.
Nico would have been keeping track and
Yeah.
in contact.
Sure.
And she also went to Kaz and told her some of what happened, sort of. How in the know is Kaz?
Kaz knows.
Okay, then she
Yeah.
would have told her
Yeah,
what happened.
Kaz
Told her
has contingency plans. So
that she would have borrowed the car again to go pick him up.
of course. And Kaz, the moment you show up, which would have been like, you want me to clear the schedule and go with you, or do you feel like you want to bring them back here? I can make sure that the back office is free.
Well,
I
they'll
can keep the
probably
customers
want
to
to
the
go
front.
home and get a shower and a change of clothes, and
Completely understood.
yeah. I'll let you know.
All right. Yep. Just bring the car back when you're done then.
Of course.
And before you even get into the car, you see that Ajax is already like bouncing on the passenger seat. Oh, you got the fancy car. Where we going?
Going to get the others at the hospital.
Oh, good. Fucking party time over here.
By the way, Ajax, when you're bringing me back a message,
Yeah.
it would be nice to get that message in a timely manner.
I mean, the moment I figured out what she wanted to do with you, I came back. That's timely. I waited for her to get back to me, and when I waited, I didn't wait in like an Olympian waiting room. I took my ass to Hawaii. And to be fair, it wasn't really Hawaii, right? I was in the Hawaii section of Ep.5 in Orlando. So
It was seconds before her people got there. Seconds.
yeah, but it was, the key word there is before.
Oh, fuck you, Ajax. Anyway, she's driving.
Yeah. And when you pull up to the hospital, Caitlin and Diego will see that Nico has showed up and Ajax is in the passenger seat and just lowers the window. Deuces, my booses.
Sup,
Get in the back seat.
darling?
Hey, Good to see you
Not enough
guys.
Vicodin.
Yeah.
Not enough Vicodin.
But yeah, he turns around once you guys are in the car and he's just like, all right, so which one of you has my drugs?
Fuck you, they're mine.
No, I got 5 Percocet left. I'm not even feeling the pain anymore. Here, man, have them.
Oh, that's my man's. He
Yeah.
understands the hierarchy of authority, you see? You could take a lesson from this guy.
Sure.
Also, if he's messed up, he can't bother you.
No. I need them for my own. I'm still feeling the pain.
The pain of us being apart from Ajax.
This guy gets it.
I miss.
That's
I
my
miss
new favorite
Summerfield
one.
so much right now.
It's my new favorite one right there.
Oh, he's not fuckface anymore?
Nope. Now you've been upgraded, my friend. What's your name again?
Thank you. Diego.
Boom. Locked up. It's in there forever now.
Let's do it. Let's get out of here.
I assume you guys want to go back to your places?
Please. Oh. Yeah. There's a problem.
Oh, there's many
No.
problems.
Dad saw me. I had to write an email myself because apparently one of my siblings died and was looking into all of our stuff, and there is another Scion in the Ares Loki tryst thing now. They got into a 3-way, apparently, with another one.
I mean, for me, all I heard was that, Loki's kids, the Knuckleheads who stole the Thunderbolt, seek to unleash Titans. Titan spawn, eventually have them become Titans, where they'll be too difficult to jail. And that the Greek would know how to lock them back up, whether that be you or another Greek, who knows. But, and one of my brethren, he's a follower of one of the people in my pantheon who controls the weather, the rains and clouds, and he might seek to disrupt the order of his god.
Does that mean that he signed up with Ares and Loki?
I don't know anything about Ares and Loki. He just seems to be a follower of the rains, our god of rain and clouds. But I hear
So
he
he's
seeks to disrupt that.
Oh, great. Now he's going to blast the rains in Africa, and we're going to get hurricanes for forever and a day.
Oh, you know Toto.
It's a classic song. How do I not know Toto?
It's pretty classic. Yeah, that's
I mean,
all
the
I
remake
know.
was even better.
The Scion of Tlaloc has Heimdall as one of his rivals, just so you're aware.
Fuck. Oh, by the way, apparently there are 2 Greek monsters up in Portland swimming around, having one of my other siblings go after it. So I have a feeling we're dealing with a Monet right now, and I'm not sure where we're going yet, but I need to go to my
Stop trying to
cousin.
make Monet happen.
I'm not trying to. You're doing that, my dear storyteller.
It's not fetch.
Damn right it's not.
Oh,
Not fetch at all.
all right. I need an address.
Right, just take me to my home. And do you have a place yet, dude?
Yeah, I got a place. I have a door with like a hall.
He's
I
not
sleep there.
homeless.
I
You
don't
wanna-
know. Yeah, she tells
Oh.
you at least my place.
Yeah, just take me to the central.
All right. Yeah, I figured you guys would want to change clothes, shower, all that kind of stuff.
God, I need a shower.
But sounds like there's a lot of shit going on. I did get a new toy, but
What
no
toy?
real info. She pulls out the knife. Remember that?
Yeah, that's fancy.
Yeah. I can use it now.
Oh, nice.
But She didn't get really any information, right? I don't. Not really.
Not really, no. You have,
Oh.
you know, that she's got a persona in town. She's got an attaché that she has at your it can call at your discretion to
Yeah.
help you if she's not around.
If we have specific questions, I might be able to get some answers, maybe.
She did say that if
But
you have any questions about the harpies or Hera's curse, that you could talk to her.
okay.
But she wanted to make sure that you touch base first with everybody.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really don't know what's next for us.
Oh, well, I have an idea. Dad had me email myself and my higher ups because I had to CC them in there to get onto the case for finding out my half brother's death. Because apparently he was an amazing hacker, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Apparently he was murdered by Loki's scion,
That
which
sucks.
means he was probably on the case as well as we were, working a different angle because he was a hacker. So, and she'll look and see if did she get a response back from the email, like from because she's CC'd her higher ups.
Oh yeah, the next day, your lieutenant was like, "Hey, we have a case for you when you come back."
So I've got the case now. I gotta clock in like not now, probably tomorrow. Start going through his shit over at his apartment.
You want us to go with?
Well, you know what? It will be me, so I could use some hands. I need some assistance. And
Well, considering that if he was murdered where you're going, they know that place. So going alone sounds like not a good idea.
and 6 eyes are better than 2.
Vámonos.
So yeah, at least we're not going to try and kill the harpies right now. I would like to heal up a little bit more before I go down the road.
Ooh,
Oh,
yep, that got robotic.
And stuck.
Yep, Comcast strikes again.
Or the storm.
Both.
I don't know. We've been a few days. We should be some degree of healed up, right? I haven't marked anything on my sheet, but
No, you should be healed. You should all be healed up.
okay.
What were you saying, Junie? Because you turned into a robot and froze.
Yeah,
after
well, starting
healing.
to churn a little bit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
No, she just simply would say if we can go home and then start working on that case so we don't have to go deal with the harpies, please.
Well, I mean, they did take the old guy, but are we
I have
giving
a
him up for
feeling.
dead?
No, not yet. I think there's something that Dad said might be in my brother's apartment that could actually help. So maybe another tool we can utilize.
Okay.
I hate to go go back in half cocked.
That was not good.
No, it was not. And we got our asses handed to us. I've dealt with a lot of shit. That's something I was not ready for.
Gotta look at the
Good
positive.
times.
I didn't bleed on them. I bled at them.
Yeah.
Can we stop with the bleeding if we don't have proper blood to give you afterwards?
It comes back.
I don't suppose there's any way you could get us some armor, some Kevlar or something.
Yeah. If I knew we were going into such a fight like that, I would have souped us all up.
That'd be cool.
The next time we go over to them, I'm grabbing tactical gear. Because fuck their noise. Fuck their bullshit. And I'm going with double barrel buckshot next time.
I don't know. I think Judgment will do a good job.
Dude, I'm going in there like motherfucking Bucky Barnes. I will blast their asses. They've got me that pissed off.
Yeah. I could bleed less.
Thank you. I don't know how to do the tourniquet thingy and do like a blood transfusion with you yet.
Mm.
I have to learn that now.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
All right. So tomorrow we meet up, go to your
Brothers.
brother's place.
Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm
Great.
going to get up early, head up to the office, get all the information, get the keys, and I will meet you all at the place and I will give you the address.
Sure.
You need a ride?
Like public transport, if you want to pick me up, sure.
You mind riding on a bike?
I don't mind riding on a bike.
Cool.
Who doesn't like riding on bikes?
Sure.
I've ridden bikes. I've ridden bitch. I don't care. Dude, they're fun.
They are. So she'll drop them off and then take the car back.
All right. Next day, you get all that information. So you all meet up at the apartment. It is a spacious 2-bedroom, 1 bath. The bathroom is between the 2 bedrooms, but the main bedroom has a futon and a little nightstand. There's a dresser. The closet has no doors on it, so there's maybe a dozen t-shirts, a couple of long sleeve shirts, a bunch of jeans, a single dress pant, like slacks, mostly 4 different colors of Chuck Taylors, 2 regular sneakers, and then 1 pair of boots, and then 1 fancy shoes, which look like they're maybe 5 or 6 years old. And the other bedroom is actually a computer room, and it's got this massive tower. There's police tape that you have to get past to get into the apartment itself. But there's a comfortable like gaming chair. Excuse me. There's a little mini fridge. There's a fan. There's a little plate for incense. All that there is in this room, though, is the desk and the computer and 3 monitors that are done in like a triangular fashion. So it's 2 next to each other and then 1 on top of the 2 in the middle. It looks like gamer's heaven. The rest of the apartment has like 1 recliner, no TV. There's a little bookshelf that's basically 2 little plastic shelves that are on the floor. There's a bunch of different genres of books. There's The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, next to Cujo, next to Pride and Prejudice, and next to, the Song of Ice and Fire. Like, it is a wild spectrum of literature. And the top shelf is actually just these 2 big long boxes for comic books, and there's a bunch of different graphic novels. Kitchen is sparse. The fridge has 2 beers left of a 6-pack. A quart of milk, a pitcher of water, to like a Brita filtered water situation, a bunch, like a dozen bottles of water, and up in the freezer you'll find a bunch of bagel bites, Hot Pockets, French bread pizza, shit that no sane human would eat. or a human with money, rather.
Yeah.
Disposable income.
Nico is mainly keeping an eye out to make sure that they're not ambushed or anything like that.
Okay.
She's able to get to the computer, correct?
Yeah. It boots up. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Is there any? She's gonna look around to see if he wrote down passwords or anything to try to make sure she can get into the computer.
No, there is nothing analog in his house except the books. Like there's no pens, there's no post-it notes. There is a cradle where it looks like a laptop would sit. But it's empty, there's no laptop.
Hey, Nico, look for a backpack or a laptop. Looks like he might have had something.
All right. You think they might have taken it?
Fuck if I know.
I mean,
I didn't even know
laptops
this
are
guy-
easier to take than desktops.
You're not wrong, but you know what? Rather just check to make sure.
Yeah, I'll look.
Okay. I'm not sure how she can get into this computer if it's not locked. Or is it locked?
It is locked.
Mm-hmm. And I don't have anything of technological basis to unlock.
What is computers in this system?
Technology.
Technology?
Yep.
Do I have technology?
I don't see a technology.
I don't see technology either.
It would probably be control then.
Okay, I got 2 in control.
Yeah.
Any way for me to try and...
It can be control or academics, I think.
let's see, what do I have? No, control would be better. One extra die.
But you are trying to break in, so that would be a larceny roll more than anything.
And I have no larceny.
I do some
Hey.
larceny on my off time.
There you go. Look
Okay.
at you.
Hey, you want to try and
You wanna
break into
larcen?
the computer for me?
Yeah.
I like how a cop is like, hey, you want to commit a crime?
Sorry, I got 2 on that, but yeah.
I
Hey,
don't
Dad.
know.
Um,
He's not committing a crime. He's just turning around helping me get to my brother's thing so I can find out who killed him. It's part of the
you know,
process.
if you have like power access to like if it's a Linux system, if you have power access, you can just enter in like the mode if you're local to the computer to like just get in. You can do like a reset depending on the system.
Dude, I don't
Um,
know what the system is. Storyteller, what kind of system is this?
We're talking about.
It's probably Windows, just
The
like a Windows,
computer.
it's just a
Oh,
Windows computer,
the
probably.
OS. Yeah, it's Windows.
Yeah.
Windows 10.
Not Linux, huh?
Nope.
So, it's
That's what the
larceny.
laptop is for.
Is it just pure larceny?
It is intelligence and larceny.
Okay, I got 6 in that.
Ooh, and you
Look
got
at
epic.
you.
You got epic intelligence. You son of a bitch.
And
You played me.
I have 4 successes.
4 successes. Is that including your 2 epic?
It's including my 2 epic, yeah.
Okay. You sit there for a moment, and given everything in his apartment, you look through things. You start to kind of narrow down, and after like about an hour, you see a welcome screen.
Okay. Does he
In
have
the
like
Remember-
meantime, did I find a laptop or any cameras or anything like that?
There is what looks to be a webcam that is not attached to the computer itself, and a microphone, kind of like one of those Blue Yetis. It looks like a setup for a podcast. It was in a box in his closet, though.
Okay. So
It
not
does-
set up.
No, it does look like there's a messenger bag, like one of those bag of holdings messenger bags. Super geeky. There's the ampersand for Dungeons and Dragons pin on it. There's a pin for like Mass Effect 3. There's a gaming pin of just two lightsabers crossed. Like, this guy was a complete and utter dork. But the soft kind of case for a laptop is inside, but it's empty.
No laptop.
Fuck. She will make sure that she asks that he remember what the password was. She's going to write that down so she can utilize this computer and
Yeah.
try to. She'll start searching
Yeah,
his.
it's easy enough to figure out his password. Given the collection of his books, of his comic books,
The
it is-
hint on the password screen, that word there.
yeah,
Too.
it is based off of one of Rick Remender's works. So
Okay, so Heimdall is my daddy is not the password. Got it.
it is not the password. No, that's too low hanging fruit, man. Come on.
Hey, you said he was a dork.
Especially not if it's like HE1MD3LL. Like, no way would that be the password.
No, it wouldn't be LL. It'd be 1-1. Think leap, my guy. Leap.
Well, that's why it's instead of L and the I in Heimdall would be the number 1.
Mm.
The Rainbow Bridge.
The Rainbow Bridge.
So she'll start digging through the computer to see if she can, because he did say that he left him a tool.
Yeah, it is a shotgun blast of folders and files. There is a file folder that just has the 3 little dots spaced out. So it's like, if the center dot is in the center of the folder, he spaced it out with such OCD that the other dots are right underneath where the folder ends.
Okay. We're clicking on that.
But the first thing that pops up as you open that up is just a bunch of different porno. Like the window that opens up is just full of different like adult videos, like collections that are named for their actresses and where he found them. But if you scroll through his collection, and it is vast, there's actually a folder at the bottom that just says various. So I don't know if you want to.
She'll click on it.
All right, go being brave in the man's adult folder.
Look, hide your shit in the porno where it gets lost.
I don't even get why he's doing this. We have the internet.
Yes,
Right?
but if you hide shit and people get embarrassed by porn, they will not turn around and go deeper into the file.
Just Control Shift N. Go in incognito mode. Never admit your secrets.
Never
Don't keep
admit your secrets.
Don't keep a history. This is
You
important.
seem to know this really well.
He's got larceny.
Hey.
He's got larceny.
I have a friend.
Of course, a friend.
Always a friend. But you click on the various folder, and again there is pictures this time. There's just a collection of pictures, and they're different, scantily clad, and some are actually nude, and some are in the act of different maneuvers, as the best word to use for that.
That's fine.
But again, if you scroll all the way down, zoological is the folder at the bottom.
Oh my god. All right. Here we go. Zoological.
You expect,
So
given
once
the
Nikki
last
sees
two,
what this is,
yeah,
once Nikki has seen what this is, she has walked away.
yeah, you expect
That's
this
valid.
folder. You expect this folder to be fucking trash, but it's
Yep.
not. It's actually a bunch of documents. It is documents on what are just named after gods themselves. So you'll see a Heimdall document, you'll see a Loki document, you'll see a document for Thor, but you'll also see that there's documents for Demeter, for Jupiter. There's a document for Ares. There's a document for. It doesn't have an actual name. It just says winged serpent. There's a folder that just says samurai on it, or a document that says samurai.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's just a bunch of different documents that are, if you open them, they're his thoughts on different powers that the other pantheons have access to, that he's just written from observation. But
Insert thumb drive. Put all of that in there.
yeah, but they're all documents about
I'll
like
do that again.
scions that he knew about or that he's been researching. And they're organized by their parent. So even
She will-
your name is on the list for Heimdall.
She will check for Nico and our friend over here, see if they have anything. for their
Nico
parents.
is in a folder in a file that isn't named after Artemis.
Okay,
It's just named those Greeks.
that's valid. And she will make sure she has a thumb drive for that.
Yeah.
Put that information on there. How about for Diego?
Diego does not exist in any of his documents.
Okay. She'll have that, and she'll make another couple copies so that she can give everyone all the information that are pertaining to this. She'll hand it to them and say, "Here, information for you guys on your parent." Well, not you, Diego. Sorry. In theory, he hasn't gotten to you yet, but here for you,
He never
Nico,
will.
is
It's good.
So-
You guys,
Salad.
you guys have
Nico has
Rotella.
been using her knife and cutting things apart to see if there's anything inside.
Nice.
valid. I'm not upset.
Yeah.
She will give you the thumb drive of the information of your names on this with your mom.
She'll put it in her pocket.
She will take all the porn shit,
Mhm.
put it on a thumb drive, and write.
It's too much for that thumb drive.
Even for a 1 terabit thumb drive, or
you
1
saying-
terabit.
Are you saying that thumb drive can't take it?
Yeah, that thumb drive cannot take
She'll
more
take the
than just
pictures
a tip.
then.
The pictures will fit for
Ajax.
sure.
Ajax would love that.
Yeah, she's gonna give it to Ajax.
You
she'll be
become
like-
his friend.
So she's gonna take any other information she can get from that computer.
Like if you want
then
to
she's gonna
cherry pick videos, you can cherry pick videos, but like the whole file,
No, I don't
it's
care.
like 3 terabytes.
No, I don't care. I just
Huh?
want to take
Yeah, no, I'm
something
just letting
as
you
an
know.
offering.
I'm
It's
just letting
fine.
you know.
I appreciate. Though she
You
will
find
start
anything
looking.
on the ones we're looking for.
I got it. She actually brings Nico in to show her all the things about all of the gods that he's gotten so far. We're like, I gotta sit and read through all this shit.
There's easily 3 dozen documents, and each document has at least one name. But otherwise, like there's some documents that have pages of notes that he's taken. There's even some documents that have attached Excel sheets to them.
That tracks.
Oh.
And she's gonna start looking for what her father would have left this guy, because he said he left something for him that
Mhm.
I could use now. So I'll start looking around the apartment for it.
Yep.
Nico,
The-
find anything in her?
In her wild searching,
Yeah.
you tear apart the futon. There's nothing hidden inside of it. You tear apart the recliner, and there's actually a small kind of ball. It's not the kind of thing that you would want to hide, first of all, but it does look like a wooden ball that is just made up of Celtic knots. So you don't know where the ball starts and where the line ends that starts it. It's just one continuous line.
Is this something?
She'll come over to look at the item.
And it looks fancy.
I have a 2 in occult. Would she know what it was or what it is? Or am I rolling for it?
I mean, it could be anything given that it's Heimdall.
I
But
feel like that beer in the fridge will help me figure this out.
yeah, it's a blue moon. It's 2 blue moon bottles.
I'll take one.
Oh, it's not too bad.
I
Pretty
mean,
good, actually.
for you, who isn't with us anymore. We'll do for you.
Pour one out for the
We'll do
homies,
for
bro.
me.
She'll
It,
take it. I don't.
yeah,
She doesn't know
it
what
looks
is
like it
yet.
might be something that Heimdall would give to one of his children, but it looks very defensive, very protective. Like it is something that might emanate a shield.
All the folders in the PC were mostly Acer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of documents that don't look Aesir. Like the winged serpent is definitely an Aslanti. The samurai one, obviously for the Amatsukami. There's none. The weird part is that there's none for any of the Caribbean gods or the Egyptians.
You know, if I'm looking through this, I'm thinking to myself, is there anything about Sealing Titans? Is there anything about, harpies? I'm looking for more things in the Greek area,
Mm-hmm.
and possibly things about Loki's children. That's like mainly the focuses that are pertinent to the things that we've seen.
The stuff on Loki's children is actually been it looks like it's been written up in the Wingdings font.
Ugh.
So and highlighting it all and switching it to a regular font
Yeah.
puts it into a cipher. Like it's not English words. Like it looks like there's some kind of cipher that he knew how to figure out. So he was trying to hide this from somebody.
Mm.
But as far as the harpies go, like there are some mentions of it in the Herod document. There's question marks. There's different theories that he's written down, but a lot of it just stems back to hate crime and angry and different notes about how there was some kind of curse. But a lot of it is just need to look into it. And there's another note that says spotting in Boulder. Check out. And it's the last thing that he wrote into the file, and it was written about a month ago. That was the last time that the file was modified before today.
So he knew about this a month ago. Why was he killed? She'll go into the registry to see what was his last program he used.
The last program he used was the Word document.
And he was just killed, correct? Just murdered.
About 3 days ago.
She'll pull up and see if she can find the Word document he was working on.
It was deleted.
You can always...
Oh,
you're a robot again.
yeah, we lost her.
During that time, I guess I'll try to convert the letters into numbers for the cipher.
Ooh.
And kind of math genius, and
yeah,
I could add an academic review if there's like a pattern that's recurring often.
Look at you son of a bitch.
What? Sorry, I froze.
No. Yeah, you froze again.
Weather, I can't help it. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Diego just decided to turn the letters into numbers instead to use his math genius.
Yay!
So yeah, make an intelligence and academics roll.
Okay.
You got two automatic intelligence because of your.
I do those okay.
Yeah, remember 7 or higher.
I have 3 successes.
With the 2 automatic?
Yo, I don't roll good.
It's fine, dude.
Yep.
Most things you can get by on just 1 success. With 3 successes, you shift everything into numbers. You start looking at it, and there is this almost Fibonacci sequence of a spiral that comes out that you start to see. And figuring that out, you start to kind of work your steps backwards, and you manage to decipher a lot of the document just kind of sitting there and looking at it and writing things down, like on your hand, for instance, um, or even just like underneath the line, you hit enter and you write out what you're doing. But it talks about how there has been 3 children of Loki that have managed to escape observance, and one of them in particular is the one that's been making moves to unite the 3 of them.
So
But
Thunderbolt kids are probably 3 kids, 1 leader. That's what I'm seeing here.
but he does note that excuse me, one of them was in Washington D.C., one of them was in Los Angeles, and the third one was floating, transient. There's no actual home for him. There have been sightings of him in Seattle, in Portland, in Dallas, Fort Worth, in Baton Rouge, in Jacksonville, in Salem, in Virginia, Philadelphia. Like, he's been around. The only thing that you notice is he doesn't hang around the northern part of the United States. Like, everything that he is just on the outskirts, like a U.
Okay.
Did he go to Denver at all?
He was not spotted in Denver, no.
I only got a few of those, but I got some of them. Okay.
Could have not seen him, could have been too recent, could have been
Could be the one that killed him.
Why move around that often?
setting things free.
Well, you move around because people can't tag you.
That too.
If I was saying, Dad was saying that there are 2 Greek monsters in Portland freed that my apparent sibling is dealing with. Patterns. It's all about patterns. Patterns of behavior, patterns of what they're doing, how they're thinking. You can break it down that way. If she was to turn around and actually profile her now past sibling, would you be able to with investigation? Just seeing his, not just seeing his
If you see someone's
apartment, but
porn,
seeing
you kind of know the man.
You saw his porn, you know who he is.
valid.
You could try to make an intelligence and investigation roll. Sure. It's gonna be difficult.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
I got a
I'm gonna-
feeling.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna spend a willpower point right now just for an auto success because
Okay.
I do not have, unfortunately, epic intelligence.
Sure. I'll mark it down for you.
What's my diff?
It's 7.
7?
Yeah, it's always gonna be
Okay.
7. It's not a difficulty game, it's a successes game.
That would be 4.
Okay.
Yes, that's a 4.
With the
Um,
willpower?
And with the willpower, it's 5.
5. Okay. What are you trying to ascertain?
Well, what she's really looking for is apparently, well, he is a man of genius.
Mhm.
Granted, he's a sibling. What was his main focus? What was he searching for? What was all the investigation plus all of this puzzling for? What's he trying to What was he trying to go after?
It
He was going
looks
after something.
it looks like he was the guy. It looks like he was going to be the next Heimdall, because he was observing all of the children of the Aesir. Like every god in the Aesir pantheon has a document, but he also had started to branch out. And so he was trying to pick up information from the other pantheons, and you could see that he was reaching out and actively trying to pad his information. But otherwise, he had files on almost every single Aesir child that is currently active in the war. If they have had a visitation, he has a record of them and when that visitation happened.
So he has mine.
Mhm.
Just gonna wonder
But
if she can
not
get this.
Diego.
No.
Because he doesn't have his pantheon.
Nice here.
Oh. No, he only has the one Aslanti that it looks like. He only has the one Amatsukami, but he does have 6 Greek documents. None for Artemis or Apollo.
If you don't mind me, I'm going to go to this bookshelf and slightly tilt books continuously.
I mean, there's 2 long boxes, so they're not attached to anything. But the soft covers are also not going to be attached to anything.
Just flip through to feel like if when you have like a book and you put like paper in between it.
Yeah.
And you flip and you kind of flip through it, just feeling for specific notes or paper that might be in between the pages.
Okay.
Or like a place where the book is cracked, like certain books are cracked too often.
Sure. Let's have you make a perception and awareness roll.
Oh, there's awareness, 2, perception, 3. Okay.
5 dice, yeah. And you have 1 automatic perception.
Yeah. 3 successes.
With the automatic?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you are rolling low. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary as far as like pages stuck into the books, but you do notice that there is one book that has pages that have been torn out.
Oh.
It has gone through great pains to ensure that the binding is still there. So there's like a little hair of the pages, and they've just been cut cleanly in like a straight line. But
what's the subject of the book?
It is a culmination of the different silhouettes that were relevant to the Renaissance period. It's a costumer's book.
Caitlin will take the ISBN number and go on to Amazon and research the book.
It is not the same book. The ISBN number that you bring up is actually for a hacker's manifesto.
Ooh.
Yep.
She's going to go into the book because I believe it is on the title page where the ISBN is for that book.
Mm-hmm.
And she will see if she can look that one up.
The costumer's book?
Mm-hmm.
Out of print. It was discontinued in 1992.
That's fine. She'll try Etsy or not Etsy. I'm sorry. She'll try eBay because everything's on eBay.
Yeah. And you find a few copies that are for sale. The cheapest one is $20.
Bought. She'll buy it.
Yep.
Though she will also go back to the other one for the Hacker's Manifesto just flip through what she can online.
First couple of pages, it looks like it's equal parts fiction narrative with some educational kind of basic hacker teaching, like lessons
Would I think
intermingled.
this is? Would I think that this is planted, or would I think this is? Should I get it? Because that's weird. But then again, he was a gamer / hacker as well.
Mhm.
Is this a
Is
red
there a-
herring or not? Yeah, go ahead.
Does the book have a cover? Like a
Uh,
is it
The
a
ha-
paperback or is it
the hacker? The hacker book is a paperback.
the one that's there?
Oh, the one that's there, also a paperback, but it's like legal pad sized paperback.
Is
Got
there
it.
any other books that size on the shelf?
There's one other that it is the behind the scenes Broadway production of Cats, Andrew Lloyd Webber's Cats.
And does that
Memories.
one come up correct?
Yeah, if you check all the other
Inside-
ISBN numbers, like they all come up.
This is weird. This is so fucking weird. I see the puzzle. I see the pieces. I don't know how to put this together.
Could it be a clue? Like, go look here for something?
I mean, you're not wrong, and I don't want to say no, but I do want to say I don't know. I'm not sure if this is a red herring or not. I didn't know the guy, sadly enough. I wish I had. I wish Dad had introduced us to each other.
And the pages that are missing,
It
Would
looks
they
like it is a chapter specifically, like in the index is the chapter specifically designed for Nordic dress in the Renaissance.
Anyone could Google this shit. What the fuck? Google this
Anyone
shit.
now can Google this shit, yes, but in 1992, not so
Look,
much.
I was alive in 1992. I'm aware.
does it look like the book's been opened a lot?
Oh yeah, yeah. You can specifically see that there's a bunch of creases, dog ears. This guy never used a bookmark, but it looks like there's a bunch of dog ears for the standard Italian silhouette for men in the Renaissance. Otherwise, the rest of the pages look like they've never seen the light of day. They're clean and crisp.
Something about Italian?
Roman. Roman Pantheon.
But it's Renaissance, not.
Still was there. Just like yours. What do we know about the Roman Pantheon? No,
That's a copy of ours.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean,
Wait a minute.
the Decatheon is called the Greco-Roman Pantheon.
Valid. Maybe he was trying to learn your guys's. If only he had somebody to summon the dead.
If only.
Babe? I mean, that would be an interesting conversation. Hi, I'm your sister, but you didn't know me, and I didn't know you until now, and I'm sorry. Fuck.
So Norse and Roman.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, Diego. Unfortunately, you didn't exist at the moment.
Less people know about me, the better.
It's valid.
That's how he likes it.
But I mean, the two we were looking for were also Norse and Roman.
Yeah, well, Greco-Roman,
So,
yeah. It's all
well,
Greek to me.
Hey,
You did it.
Had to.
yeah, it's getting old. Getting old.
Hey, I mean, I could say it's all, Norrish, but, it's not.
What is this book written in? Norse code?
you all die.
the whole place just blows up.
Whole place.
It was a
all,
worthy
all,
bet.
all the floorboards just cringe.
That was fun. Anyway.
Yep. Nope. Oh, we gave it a good try, guys.
I don't know. I
Maybe
seriously find
those
it.
pages in this book relate to the pages in the hacker's book.
That, I mean, I ordered the book. I ordered the
You
other
ordered
book.
this
I didn't.
book.
Yes, I can. Can she order the hacker's book from Amazon?
Yeah, if you go to the buy now,
Mhm.
it actually redirects you, and you actually go up to a website that is a secure domain, where it is just if you are reading this, I am dead.
Motherfucker.
And I think this is a good point to call it for tonight.
You are! Damn!
We still got time.
Enjoy that. Enjoy that, motherfuckers. Woo-woo.
I'll get you. I will get you well.
You think
Damn!
so. But thank you guys for coming back for this. I hope that this is gonna really start to put those pieces together, because you are seeing the pieces. You are seeing the board for where the borders are. So I'm excited to see how everything lines up for you guys. But as always, I want to give you guys a chance to plug whatever you're into. So we'll start with Nico. What do you have to work if we find you online if you want to be found?
Well, I make dice.
Yep. Link is in the Twitch chat.
Yeah. And this is the one I'm showing this week.
Ooh. Those are nice.
Yeah.
Me like.
And right now my shop is down because I'm going on vacation. But
Yeah.
you can always message if you want something, and I can see what I can do.
Awesome.
Stuff's still here. It's just
Yeah. It takes time for crafting, so I get it. Kayla, what do you have to work if we find you online if you want to be found?
I'm on Twitch underneath my channel because that's where I turn around and strangle yarn, because I was told doing that would keep me out of jail.
Yep.
Not only that, we just finished St. Jude's. We got $500, so thank you to those that helped. Also, you can find me here on Tuesdays and Thursdays, every other Tuesdays and Thursdays, either being a detective or being a crazy German woman that's lost everything. Otherwise, for 10 weeks, it'll be Will and I on Wednesdays. He's not the only one who has infiltrated Wednesdays. For McStabber's Dark Ages. And we are kicking back up on Saturdays now again for Chicago Hidden City Season 2.
Ooh la la.
With somebody maybe at some point being a guest in a helicopter.
I'm also on the vampire. On
Mondays. The Camarilla crew. As long as I can get the Airwolf theme when I come in, I'm all right. I'll do anything.
You'll do anything. Good to know.
Diego, what do you have to work if you find you online if you want to be found?
I'm in places. And I've been playing Expedition 13. Great game. Should do it. I spent a lot of time thinking about Curse of Strahd. Don't know why. That's all I got.
Oh. You've run Curse of Strahd before, though.
I have, and I think about it constantly. I just think about Ravenloft randomly when I'm at home.
Ravenloft. You know, some people think about Dark Sun. and they're the ones you gotta watch out for. But the people who think about Ravenloft in their free time, like, I think they have to be worried about in some way, shape, or form as well.
Mhm.
But as always, you can find us here on Mondays for Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. Tuesdays, I alternate between Scion 1st edition, like you just saw tonight, or Werewolf of the Wild West. And Thursdays, I alternate between 7th Sea or Legend of the Five Rings 4th edition. You can also find me on McStabber Studios on Wednesdays for their World of Darkness Wednesdays. We are starting up our Dark Ages campaign tomorrow, which is going to be fun to get back into that mentality. And on Friday, you can catch me one last time, I think, because I've run out of rope to hang myself with in their Kansas City game. So I don't see myself surviving past Friday. But otherwise, thank you guys for coming along. Please remember that we do take mental health on the channel very serious. So if you feel like you need help and you're watching live, there's phone numbers going up in our Twitch chat. They'll be in the description box if you're watching on YouTube later. Also, be aware that if you don't like phone numbers or talking to people over the phone or text messages, you can always go to findthehelpline.com and find the resources in your area, or they will acclimate to your needs. Because taking that first step is the hardest, but just know there are people out there who want to help you, who are trained to help you, and who want to help you. So just know that once you take that first step, the rest of it is not going to be alone. So please look out for yourselves, take care of yourselves, especially if you're in the United States like all of us are. It is a fucking shit show, and having resources like that before they get taken away is fantastic. So please, if you feel like you need them, please know that they're out there. So thank you guys again for coming. Thank you to the audience for joining us. I hope that you guys are having a good time. We'll see you when we see you. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.